What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do go ahead and subscribe. And for YouTube, hit that notification bell so you know whenever a new episode is uploaded. So this is going to be a little bit of iced tea. This story actually came out last month and is something that I had on my radar that I wanted to discuss. And I was really disturbed by it because, again, this is not really new news, but Monique, the comedian and actress, she was interviewed by TS Madison on her new show on the Fox Soul Network. And it was a really great interview. And I must admit, I've heard Monique share her story about what happened between she, Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels several times from her, definitely. And she has a right to share her story. There were a lot of people who were standing with Monique, and there also were a plethora of people who really didn't feel that she had the right to gripe about anything. And I feel that a lot of the people who just felt that way about Monique were mainly focusing on the stand-up, where she was venting and she had the right to do so, and she did it in her own way, and she didn't do it in a way that would be seen as pleasant or kind or, you know, lovely or any of those things to most people, because she basically told Tyler, Oprah, and Lee what they could do to a part of her anatomy that she does not even have. And so, yeah, a lot of people, they focus on that and they feel that, well, Monique did it to herself. Listen, I don't feel that way at all. When she initially, in the beginning, came out and she wanted to ask people to boycott Netflix because of the offer that they gave to her versus what they have offered to others, I didn't really understand that at that time. I really didn't. And I don't even really believe at first when she came out to ask people to boycott Netflix, at first she didn't really explain all of that. It was mainly just, boycott Netflix because they didn't offer me what I feel like I'm worth. And for some people, they just kind of felt like maybe it sounded a little bit selfish to say, well, why should we stop streaming just because of your personal finances and what you feel they offered you, and you don't feel that it was worthy of who you are. So some people, I believe, saw it in a different way. But after the things that she has come out and shared with the public, those who choose to listen to what she shared, then I feel that if you really are listening and you get the wax out of your ears, you can really understand where she is coming from. And I understand it a whole lot more now. And I dare not be one of those people that she was talking about when she gave some commentary on how a lot of people don't really speak up or believe Black women who do speak out about issues that they have experienced. So she said, and I quote, about Tyler Perry and his, ultimatum about not speaking with her and apologizing to her or whatever. She says, oftentimes when it comes to a Black woman speaking up and speaking out, it goes unheard until she dies. Then when she dies, then we go back and say, well, she was right, and let's make a movie about it. So she's pretty much saying, people want to profit off of their pain. So she says, see, I can give you their names, Eartha Kitt. I can give you their names, Hazel Scott. I can give you their names, Fannie Lou Hamer. I can give you their names, Hattie McDaniel. All of those women took a stand, and all of those women left here heartbroken, unhealthy, looking at a community saying, y'all know I'm right, but why won't anybody say anything? People ask me, do you dislike or hate Oprah and Tyler and Lee Daniels? No, let me be clear. I love those people. We love those people. My husband and I love them. They're our brothers and sisters. And as my husband always says, Mama, we ain't calling anybody out. We're simply calling them up to say, listen, let's make our community better by making it right, not running and hiding by what you consider is your power. So the story goes that Tyler Perry, he's pretty much fake in what he did with her and how she had it on recording. And TS Madison, she said she heard the recording where he believed her and said that she was right. So why, if she was right, would Monique need to apologize to him and to Oprah? And he also, after getting contacted by Kevin Hart and also getting contacted Reverend Al Sharpton, he decided that, okay, I'll speak with her, because I guess they pretty much said, look, what you're doing or what you did is not cool, and so you need to reach out to her. But he didn't want to meet with Monique unless her husband wasn't present. That right there is a red flag to me. Some people have said negative things about her husband over the years, and some people feel that it is her husband's fault that her career isn't where it should be. I won't fault her husband for that, because she's definitely a strong-willed person, even though she calls her husband daddy. But I believe that the woman is strong. She's powerful. I mean, look, she had a long-running sitcom on television, The Parkers, which made me laugh. Definitely. I watch the reruns on Netflix sometimes, and I do believe that she is absolutely a funny comedian, for real. But I think it's extremely disrespectful for any man to tell a woman that I'm not going to meet with you with your husband present. Why? Her husband is her covering. Her husband is her significant other. Her husband is her other half. I don't even want to say better half. It's her other half. And this is the person who loves her in spite of what anyone else says or does. He loves her, I believe, unconditionally. So for someone to say to another person that has someone that really loves them and cares for them, you can't have your husband there when we meet? Okay, would you rather me have my attorney there? Like, what are we talking about? Is this just about a professional person versus you just don't want to have a witness in the space? No, we're going to have a witness there. We are going to have someone there. You can bring somebody with you that can be a witness, and I'll bring my husband who can be a witness to the conversation. So for him to even suggest something like that, I feel was extremely disrespectful. And I don't think anyone has the right to tell someone that I'm not going to meet with you if your husband is there. Who are you? I don't know, you all. Tyler Perry, definitely he's been labeled a billionaire. But you have to be really careful about how you treat people on your way coming up. Because that old saying, those same people you see on your way up are the same ones you'll see coming down. I'm not here to wish any harm on the man, but I really don't agree with what he said to her about, you can't have your husband there if we meet. That's not cool. And so apparently that meeting did not happen because she wasn't going for it, and rightfully so. I agree with her. But listen, keep talking, Monique. I don't have a problem with it. Some people feel that she should just let it go and move on, and that's why she's not, gotten anything else going on in Hollywood, because she's been blackballed. But listen, people do deceitful, devious things in this world all the time. I know. But if you have God on your side, he will definitely make the way for you, and favor from God is better than any favor with any man, and you don't owe a man anything. So it doesn't seem like she's in the soup kitchen line. I haven't heard about her home being foreclosed on, or going bankrupt or anything like that. So I believe she's doing well. God takes care of his people. And I'm here to say, I don't care who blackballs you in what industry, whatever it is, whether it's, Hollywood or in the civil industry or whatever. If God's got you, he's got you. And I believe he's got her. And that's why she's been kept over all these years. But shame on Tyler Perry for even suggesting something like that. And we all know the story about how Oprah went behind her back and interviewed her family on her show when she had the Oprah Winfrey Show years ago. And Monique specifically asked her not to do that. And she went ahead and did it anyway. That's despicable. That's horrific. And you have to be careful. The seeds you plant, you will reap a harvest. You don't know when, you don't know how, it doesn't always come back in the same way. They may be rich forever on this earth, but you don't know who it could fall on or who it could be attached to. God, can allow some crazy situation in your health to happen. And I don't care what amount of money you have, there's no amount of money that can cure you if it's something that's meant to take you out of here. So you just have to really be careful about how you treat people. But I just really wanted to talk about that and get my heart free and clear of that situation, because that really triggered me when I heard that he told Monique that he would only meet with her if her husband was not present. That's despicable. It's foul. It's effed up. And Tyler, shame on you.